You're such an asshole.
Hey everybody, the old captain here, and we got all our priority, got all our chores done. Now we can go ahead and do more fucking work. There was a time where all I did was write books, and then I collected a check, and I lied around, and I did nothing, and then I drive my motorcycle. Now you bastards are making me almost like work, God, 30 hours a week. What the fuck? Anyway, who writes? Zachary writes. Dear Mr. Clary, I know you are a rather mercenary when it comes to jobs, but I was wondering whether or not I should join a trade. I'm thinking electrician. If I have never worked with my hands before, is there a way to get a taste of a trade before I fully commit? I also have a number of hobbies that require a bit of time being off from work, which don't yield much profit. So are there any jobs you would recommend that don't have you working for more than 8 hours? I know this contradicts the trade thing, but maybe I'll find more fulfillment from the job. And then you got a third question. Okay, well, let's take these one at a time. All right, one, is there a way to get a taste? Yes, two ways. You could go work for a construction company or a contractor, helping build houses. You'd start off as a laborer, let the guy know, hey, how do I pick this up? How can I pick that up? So you make some money, but it's physically demanding work. There's no doubt about it. And then you could kind of see what everybody else is doing. You'll get an idea. Okay, we lay the foundation first, then we put in the frame when we frame the house, and we run the electricity and the plumbing. So you get an idea of, you get a very bird's eye, top down view of what the different types of trades are that are there. And that's in construction. Otherwise, you could maybe go work for a mechanic, so you get more engine work, stuff like that. And then you got like boiler makers or pipe fitters. Well, then you really got to go to like a union or something, or kind of seek that out. But you could go work some shitty ass entry level laborer job and get yourself an idea of what is out there, so you can see that. The other way you can have your hand at it is, like with anything, YouTube. This is how I became a mechanic. Is I taught myself over YouTube on how to become a pretty good auto mechanic and motorcycle mechanic. And the problem there, though, as is going to be the problem if you want to teach yourself anything with the trades online, is you're going to have to buy a bunch of tools. So I don't know if you're living at home or if you got some buddies or if you know anyone that has any kind of work that needs to be done and they're okay if you will do it for free and maybe fuck it up but not make it anyway. That's basically your promise to them is you won't make it any worse. But like basically you want to get some kind of experience and have your hand at laying tile or running wires or whatever. I would avoid electricity, by the way, and plumbing. That you want to make damn sure you're doing well in. But those are the two ways, actually going and working in one of the construction or trade fields, and then teaching yourself with YouTube. But then again, you got to buy the tools, and so then you need hobbies at home, crafts and projects to work on that you can hone and perfect your skill. And then you have an idea, oh, I'm more of an electrician, I'm more of a plumber, and I'm more of a carpenter, that kind of thing. The hobbies, do I know any jobs that you don't have to work more than 8 hours? I mean, if you're being a minimalist, that's cool, but if you're just being a whiny millennial pussy, fuck you. You're going to work 8 hours, okay? That's how the world works. Now, there are other places like part-time work. You could become a bartender, you could become a waiter. Well, there's plenty of part-time work, but if you're going into the trades, yeah, they're going to need you there for 8 hours, and typically more than 8 hours. You work as long as daylight is on and as long as there's light on. So they have construction crews sometimes running 24/7. And right now, if you're that young, you don't have a profession or career. Your job right now is to get a profession or career and fuck your hobbies. Not all of them. I mean, still have fun, but you need to stop. You need to prioritize. You need to triage and prioritize what's important in life. And right now, you need a skill so that you can then not worry about healthcare and basic government, basic personal finances, and can you afford groceries or rent. Then when you have that all situated and so, then you can go ahead and worry about working 6 hours a day and being a minimalist. But you need to get some kind of skill before you get to that point. One last thing, what would you say the minimum amount of money a person should make per year to live semi-comfortably and invest / save? I remember I was looking, I'd say $15,000, but there's been a bit of inflation since that time. It used to be 15 grand for what a single person, typically male, needs to survive comfortably. You're not going to be rich. You're going to have to be a minimalist. You're going to have to budget and scrimp and save. But you're allowed to go travel once a year. You can go out. You'll have a social life. It's about $15,000. That means you got to live. You're renting out a room, not even an apartment. You are repairing your own car or biking to work. I know some people. What was it, Mr. Money Mustache? I think it was him. These guys have like this, what is it? Extreme retirement. That's what it is. I've talked about this before. Look up extreme retirement. Early retirement extreme. Something like that. These guys have it down to like a science. They're down to like half that, $7,000-$8,000. They live like with communal monks of other equal-minded minimalists. So that you can, but they're like, yeah, I take the bus, or I walk to work, or I bike in the snow. And so what I'm saying is, for that extra $4,000 or $5,000 you make, you could get a lot of nice things. You know, they're like, well, I don't really need internet, and well, I don't have a flip phone. It's like, okay, all right, I understand. Absolutely, if you can really cut the budget to the bone. But I am not that purist like the sage of Utah. I'm not a purist minimalist. I am just a regular average minimalist. I'm not a great minimalist. I'm just a good minimalist. Maybe I'm just a minimalist. If anyone could get why I'm paraphrasing, I'll be amazed. But yeah, you should be able to get by in 15 grand. I would say maybe 16 now because of adjusting for inflation since I wrote Enjoy the Decline. Because I went through and did the budget. It was like 15 grand, easy, no problem. So anyway, hope that helps out. But yeah, go find a trade first and postpone your hobbies until you have a skill or a trade that you're paid, more than $8 an hour for. Best of luck to you. Toodles.